Hello everybody, so this is just my little video of how I got my hair green, as the title might suggest, and I just thought I'd create this video for anyone who's curious about how I got my hair green, the method I used, the dye that I used, anything kind of like that, but also because I absolutely love my green hair and I kind of just want to share this with you because of how much I've enjoyed having my hair green, and also because it's kind of a little bit of an unusual colour. I'm not saying people haven't done it before, I'm not saying I'm really unique or different, but it is one of the more unique colours out there, and yeah, I wanted to show you. It's dyeing my hair is something that's I've been doing for a couple of years now, and I just really like changing it up and dyeing my hair different colours, and so I think as a part of my personality it's right to just show you this video, create this video, put it out there for you guys, and hopefully you'll pick up something along the way, you know, who knows, hopefully. If not, I just hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you guys are doing great. And don't forget, if you enjoy this video, feel free to give me a comment, a like, subscribe. It really helps me out, and I hope you guys have a great time. Stay classy. I'm just starting out by working from the bottom to the top with my comb, or you can use a brush, and this is just going to basically get rid of all the knots and tangles and stuff, and it's going to help the dye go on much easier and much smoother, and you're going to be in a lot less pain if you do this. Once that step's done, it's pretty much go time for the hair dye. Now that I've got the gloves on, I can begin the hair dye, and I'm basically just doing like a really rough root touch up, so this is going to look a bit weird and probably a bit crazy, but and it looks a lot different to what a whole head hair dye looks like. I normally pay a lot more attention to where the hair dye goes, and I use like a hairbrush, and I have like a dye brush that I use to like distribute the hair dye across my head. But this time, just because it's my roots, I'm just kind of slapping it on and working it in, and you know what, that works for me. You can do whatever you want. You can get your, divide your hair into sections and part it, and then apply the hair colour as you wish. This is just what I'm doing, so I'm just going to show you what I am doing right now. And you know what, it works for me, so I'm really happy with that. I'm not saying that you need to copy me or anything. I'm definitely not a hair expert, so it might not be wise to copy me, but this is just what I'm doing. So once that hair dye's on, I'm just going to take my comb again, and I'm going to brush the hair dye through, just making sure it's covered all my hair. Pretty much ready to just leave on for about anywhere between 15 minutes, half an hour, 2 hours, however long you want to leave it on. It doesn't really matter. Just before I jumped in the shower, I grabbed my makeup wipe and started rubbing off all the dye bits that were on around my hairline, kind of on my neck. Makeup wipe really does the job to get this off. You don't really need to do anything else, and I just don't bother with petroleum jelly because it's more fuss than it's worth. I often get it on my skin anyway, and you know what, this works really well for me. So once that's done, I just jump in the shower and you're ready for the next step. So once you come out of the shower, you might just want to grab a makeup wipe and rub anywhere that the hair dye has left a mark on your skin. It might have run down your neck like it did with me, and just rub it off and it should all come off perfectly fine. And then after that, you're just ready to dry your hair in whatever way you desire. I decided to dry my hair using some heat. I towel dried it a little bit, and then I just blow dried it for a little bit, and then left it to air dry for a tiny little bit at the end. I only used heat this time because I was just kind of in a hurry and I just wanted to get my hair done really quickly, but you can do whatever you want really. Use heat, leave it to naturally air dry, towel dry it, whatever you want. Obviously the less heat, the better it'll be for your hair, and the less damaging it will be. So I realise it's probably quite important for me to mention what I do to keep my hair clean, what kind of products I use, and what I'm using to condition my hair. And so, yeah. This is going to be kind of hard to get out because it's still a little bit wet. But this is what I use. This is my Seanik shampoo bar from Lush. And I absolutely love the shampoo bars. I've used Godiva, and I've also used this one. I've used Karma Combo once, and that smelled really good, but it doesn't really do anything for your hair. Whereas this one I really like, because this one's really good for cleansing your hair, making it really shiny and giving it volume. Godiva's really nice for putting some moisture into your hair, which is quite important after you've dyed your hair, I find. But the reason why I'm talking about this right now is because it is the only shampoo that doesn't actually strip my hair colour. Every time I use this, I've never noticed any colour coming out in the foam or in the water, and so if you're looking for something that doesn't strip your hair colour, I would highly recommend the entire range of shampoo bars. Even if you don't have coloured hair, I'd really recommend these. They're so good for your hair, and I've used this bar about maybe 15 times, and it's still roughly the same size as when I bought it. So, you know, I probably would, if this was a shampoo bottle, I would have finished this by now. Anyway, I mean, this is not supposed to be a full review, but this is just something that I really like. Really good for keeping my hair healthy, cleansing it, getting all the dirt out, but not removing my hair colour. And I think one of the reasons that my hair colour doesn't get removed is because of the way in which I wash it. And I wash it first in kind of lukewarm water, because although they say you're supposed to wash your hair in completely cold water, I don't think that's really good, because you do need some warmth to help get the dirt and stuff out of your hair and lift it out. But you just don't want to be using really hot water, because that will just pull out the hair colour, that will just make it run really badly. And then when I condition my hair and I rinse my hair, I make sure to use really cold water, and that helps to make my hair shiny, and it helps to not remove the colour as well. And then for my conditioner I use Jungle, which is actually in a different pot. This one is in a rub pot, so ignore that. But it is just, I think it's worth mentioning, because it's I just found it's really good for putting moisture back into my hair, making it smell really, really nice. It smells absolutely gorgeous, and I feel like after you've dyed your hair just needs that little bit extra TLC, that little bit of moisture. And although when you put it on in the shower, it doesn't kind of feel like your hair's instantly hit by moisture and lusciousness, but as soon as you get out and your hair is dry, man, does it feel better, and it smells better. And if you've got thick, long hair, curly hair, afro hair, this is really good. So even if you're not dyeing your hair, I would really recommend looking into this anyway. But like I said, because your hair can be a little bit more fragile, little bit more brittle, just needs a little bit more care after dyeing, I would recommend this. This has been working an absolute treat for me. So it's kind of, I think that really helps my hair stay green and helps to look after it, and that's part of what I do, and I think it would be wrong to leave it out of this video. So yeah, that's just something. Completely forgot to film this. Really didn't think, my mind was completely somewhere else when I filmed this video, because I was ill, and to be honest I was a little bit delirious, so I completely forgot, like, maybe I should mention shampoo and conditioner, like, good one. So I'm just reading right now what the what directions actually say about using their dye, and it says comb directions into the hair until it emulsifies, i.e. becomes frothy. The pigments will have penetrated into the hair,
Lighter shades may require a little bit more combing. Processing time is between 15 and 30 minutes. A plastic cap will contain the heat on your hair, helping to achieve a better result. Rinse the hair thoroughly away from the face with warm water until all the residue dye has been removed. Directions will take faster and last longer on chemically treated hair, e.g. permed or bleached. If more than one colour is applied, the hair must be washed and dried separately. Greater care must be taken when partially colouring lighter hair. Now, although I'm actually reading the instructions for directions simply because I'm kind of trying to advise you to do as I say and not as I do, because I didn't use any like Vaseline around my hairline. I didn't comb it through, I didn't kind of wait till it emulsified. I just put it on, left it to work its way in. I left it for about an hour. They recommend 15 and 30 minutes, but you can leave it on for longer. I just find that if you leave it on for longer, it conditions your hair better and it stays for longer and it kind of has a real chance to soak in. I didn't put my hair in a shower cap this time. Normally I do put my hair in a shower cap because the heat really does help the colour to soak into your hair and really stick. But this time it was just a rough root touch up that I filmed, and so I kind of just slapped it on, and yeah. But it does work for me, so I just wanted to show you that you don't always have to follow the way that people tell you to do things. If you find a way that works for you and it's safe, then go for it. My method is pretty safe and I don't have any trouble with it, and I've been dyeing my hair for a while too, so I have tried many different other methods. I have followed the Riche directions from the start, but now I've gotten wiser and I've just realised, you know, I can kind of do what I want. My hair is not bleached. My hair colour would last a lot longer if it was bleached, but I didn't want to commit to bleaching my hair. I didn't want to have to deal with the damage of bleaching my hair, and I just don't really like bleaching my hair. My hair was blue before it was green, and I lightened it slightly, ever so slightly, because my hair was kind of a gingery colour, and then I lightened it slightly so it was more of a blonde colour, so that when the blue went on it didn't kind of mingle with the ginger tones in my hair and become green. So after the blue I put the green on, so my hair was kind of already the right kind of colour. So although it wasn't bleached, it wasn't really dark, and so the green was able to take to my hair colour. Another thing to note about dyeing on bleached hair versus virgin hair is that the dye takes a lot better. I mean, they do say this. The dye takes so much better to bleached hair than it does to virgin hair. Hence why, even though my ends are not bleached, they have been coloured a lot and the dye takes to them, whereas because my roots are virgin hair, the dye just doesn't take to them. So I'm pretty sure if I was to bleach the whole top of my head, the dye would magically start taking to my hair. So I choose the Riche directions because, 1, because they don't test on animals, 2, because I'm pretty sure it's vegetable based dye, 3, it's semi-permanent, so if you do make a bad decision or if you don't like it, it's not going to be something that can't be kind of reversed. It still might take some work, but if you have a permanent dye, then obviously it's in the name, it's going to be more permanent. And also, every time I've ever used a directions dye, the hair colour has always been really, really good, and my hair has always felt really nourished and really conditioned afterwards. I think that's quite important. If you can find a product that helps to deliver your hair colour without completely killing your hair, then that's what I would recommend you go with. So yeah, I think I've actually managed to finally cover everything in this video. I hope so anyway. If you have any questions, feel free to tweet me, message me, comment below. I've actually had a nightmare with this video because I filmed it when I was ill, and I was rambly. Oh, the editing of that video was not fun because I came to it and I was just like, what am I doing? What am I talking about? Like, what is even going on here? I don't sound my best either, so there's that. I don't look my best either, but the worst bit was just the fact that I forgot to mention so much of the important stuff. So yeah, I came to end at this video and I thought everything was fine, and then I realised like just what an epic fail it was, so I kind of just thought, right, great, now I've got to film this all over again. And that's kind of why it's been a long time coming, because it was supposed to be out like last week, but because I've been ill and because I've been busy, it's like I've had to refilm these bits, and finding the time to refilm these bits hasn't been easy. But so yeah, I hope this is finally good. And I know it's probably been a long one, so I'm really sorry about that, but I've just really wanted to make sure this is really like in depth, and I can give you as much information as I possibly can, and as much of my opinions and stuff.